Hello world, Great Giza Pyramid. If you go over to YouTube, you don't even have to log in, and you type in Forester, F-O-E-R-S-T-E-R, and do a search, you'll come up with a guy, Brian Forester. You go ahead and click on that top video he has there and go about 31 minutes in, and you will come across an excellent video where he documents inside the tunnel where you can see that there are ribs as it goes down this aisle. Now, I urge you to go and look at that yourself. My glare here doesn't help you very much. But you can see there are ribs going down that tunnel, and there are deposits on the ground there, you can see, okay, which are much like the deposits if you go to this website, which I've given you before. Let me go ahead and give you a second to key in on that. And not that picture. You see in here deposits along sediment there. Now those are all going to be because of the water hammer, which is discussed in my other video, which we'll cover here in a second. But those are evidence of the reaction, and I can now further and in more detail explain what the antenna and or shaft was that protruded out from the subterranean chamber. Now I've over-accented certain areas intentionally, and that's my poor rendition right now. But this area right here, which is a smooth surface, has a little hiccup in there, and then it's a rough surface from here to the end. And what's happening is the two granite rocks, this one, which is continuously bleeding hydrogen initially until it bleeds deuterium, and this rock down here, which is continuously bleeding oxygen. When the hammer occurs and it bounces down, it hits a frequency that leaves those deposits. Now, in the shaft that comes down this way, you notice it was also ribbed. I pointed that out. It was ribbed. So when you have these ribs, as that, and it was ribbed, you could see along the ceiling and along the side. So it's ribbed both directions, and I'm sure if somebody dug it out, it's probably ribbed along the floor line as well. But what this is doing is, as that compression wave is coming through, it is first hitting it with compression, and then when it hits the back wall and reverses back, I believe you're also going to get cavitation as that compression wave comes through. It's going to be doing both. And one or both of those are helping to either suck or pull the gas up here, which I'm going to assume would be most often hydrogen, because it's the lightest of gas, and the way that those ribs are, all the other gases are going to work their way out. So that hydrogen is being sucked into the water. So the same way you have oxygenated water, I'm thinking this one's going to have hydrogenated water. But it's not really going to definitely be hydrogen, because you're sucking the protons in, because when this hydrogen comes up and works its way through the system, comes through here, it's going through that little magnetism bubble, which is stripping off its little electrons and leaving it be just little protons. And it's those protons that, as this oxygen is bubbling up and the compression wave comes through and all this is getting mixed in with the water and then settling out into as bubbles and up into here, and then when that compression wave comes back through, is getting forced in and out of the water. You got a little churning effect there of compressions and non-compressions, and I'm sure there's more to it that I don't get yet, but at the minimum, this is what's going on. And, well, that I hope adds to what the dead end shaft dead end shaft is for, and how it plays a part in this whole system. In addition to being a pool of the heavy water, which is trying to suck the electrons any way it can from up here as they're being cracked from down there, and initially the flow of the system, which is through here, and you're just giving it a path of lesser resistance, and by giving it a path of lesser resistance, you are making it do work for you. Well, thank you. Have a nice day.